Yep. All right. Yeah, I try to wait until we get a certain amount of viewers. Yeah, she coming on. I'm gonna give it a couple of more minutes. You guys, we gonna give it a couple of more minutes. How? Okay, we up to five. We want to welcome everybody to another episode of Let's Talk with Ro. Tonight, our guest, Tiffany Green, yeah, is going to be a representation of what a strong woman is. Tiffany has two daughters. Yeah. One has graduated from college, and one is a sophomore in college. Yeah. Congratulations. Being a single mom is not easy. No. Okay? And as you guys know, we don't waste any time. I hope you guys caught the flyer in correlation to what the show is going to be about tonight. Tonight, we're going to be discussing strong, independent women, but when it starts to look ugly. What that looks like for men, attractive or unattractive, and what it looks like to other women. You know, I've been noticing lately in our society, Tiff, that I see, I mean, it is this, you know, I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. We are strong women. Mm-hmm. We are independent women. But it's starting to look ugly to me sometimes. And that's why I really felt like this needed to be addressed tonight. You know, I'm seeing some women that are getting so into this independent, oh, my women. And mm-hmm. I'm just like, okay. But it's starting to look like it's not a soft femininity to right. them mm-hmm. anymore. Do you agree? Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. Okay, so when we do talk about what a strong woman is, as a woman, mm-hmm. what's your outlook of that? And when does it look good to you? Let's start with that. When does it look good for a woman to be strong and independent? What are some attributes about her? She has her character is intact. Her attitude is intact. Her outlook on life is positive. She looks to bring joy and peace to people that she knows and she loves. And I think she has to be a woman who knows how to or wants to get her own. Get her own. Do for yourself. That's what I feel it is. Okay, so you know, for me, I like to paint a picture of things. Mm-hmm. So we're in a room, we're at a gathering, mm-hmm. we're meeting some miscellaneous women, we networking. Mm-hmm. So a strong woman that comes in the room and sits at the table with us, what is her language gonna be like? What is her greeting gonna be like? Mm-hmm. Hey, how y'all doing? I think that to be a strong woman, you have to know who you are in yourself. You have to be confident with who you are in yourself. That's also what I would consider a strong woman. You have to know who you are, know what you like, and not have this facade that, yes, I'm strong, so, but that also makes me better than anybody else. So I think that a strong woman walking into the room has grace and beauty, but she still has the personality to meet people where they are. Okay. And I'm gonna piggyback off of that. When I see a woman come in the room, you know, and she's strong and she's independent, you know what I like? I like when she does it without having to say she's either. Right, exactly. That's yes. what make you the boss. Yes, exactly. That's what make you the boss. Yes, you gotta be humble with it. When you come in, I've even seen women come in with their husbands, mm-hmm. and you know, she might not say a dime. Mm-hmm. She might just throw a hey, how y'all doing, and give a strong nod. Mm-hmm. And you look and you know, you say, That's the strength coming from that house. Without her having to come in there and oh my God, with whatever. So what does it look like when it's ugly for a woman to betray strong and independent personality?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
To me, it's a very negative, nasty attitude. Really, very. She's arrogant. Um.
What are some ways that a woman can show arrogance?
Oh, a simple look on her face can be arrogant, or just a like
entitlement.
Yes,
oh God,
y'all beneath me. You know that is ugly.
And you know, ladies, don't y'all hesitate. Guys, don't hesitate. I'm following you guys in the comments. You know, I don't knock that.
Right.
I have seen women that have gone through things like weight struggles or gone through a really horrific relationship with a man. And you know, that helps them. They come in and they're like, I know who I am, what's working. You know, what's my girl's name? What's that singer's name? And she got naked at the Lizzo. I'm not team Lizzo.
That me either. I mean, that's great that she's confident in her body and her posture, but
she don't need to have
wrong about it.
Yeah,
she's going all wrong about
it's an outfit for you, sis. it's one for you.
Yes, I agree.
And that thing that I saw her pull off at that basketball game.
Yeah, that was
horrible.
It's unbecoming.
And look, I was wrong. I was team Lizzo until I saw that. I'm like, at what point are you trying to betray this strong independence? Do you start being disrespectful?
Right.
We got kids in this game.
Exactly.
It's kids at the game, and you pulling your hind parts and turning on out. Cover that big thing up, girl.
So that's where the self love comes. Like you can have a high self esteem about yourself, but do you have self love?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold up. We got to dig into that. You can have high self esteem, but do you have self love?
Yes, because because I feel like I shouldn't not speak for her, but Lizzo, you know, because she's in that light, so you know she's probably seen thousands of messages from people pushing her about her body, and you look great, so that's building her self esteem. But really inside, she's probably sad because why do you have to expose yourself like that? You know, that's a whole nother subject.
Well, Tiff, I know now. You know we laugh and we joke, but you know I know you thick.
Yes, honey. Love it, indeed. No shame. Sorry.
And you know, a lot of times, I think that people. Do you ever find that people try to cushion you or make it seem like you got an issue with yourself because you thick, or are you happy with that and you love that about yourself?
I love my thickness. Now I can stand to lose a little because there are things that I want to do. Like I want to ride roller coasters again. My hip, my thighs, it's too much for the roller coasters. But I love my thickness. I love the way I feel. I love the way I look. You know, I could stand to lose a few, but I'm good. But you know, if you're uncomfortable with my weight, that's your problem, not mine.
That's good, and we need to hear that. I think that I worked in a barber shop. I was the only female in that barber shop for about 13 years, over a decade, and it was the majority. We had the same front line for the whole time, so I grew with these guys. And I'm gonna tell you, seeing what men want, you know, to me, it boils down to a peaceful, confident woman.
Yes, absolutely. I think I can agree with that. Yeah. I think I can. I say I think because I've been single for 8 years. So
8 years?
8.
Is that by choice?
Not because I wanna. I don't want to be. I still don't want to be single now. You know, it's not that I want to be, but it's just the pickings are slim. The brothers don't step up. They are lacking in a lot of areas. Seriously.
I got you. Yeah, well, I will say this. I hear a lot of women. We had some women on the show last week, and they were discussing how they would rather not be single. First of all, I just want to clap it up that you even say that. A lot of women don't say that, and that's where we talk about this strong, independent thing. I'm good by myself.
Yeah.
I don't need, I don't need. Yeah, I get it. You can hold down your bills. You can handle your yourself financially and you don't mind being alone.
Right. Right.
But I don't feel like it's anything wrong if you portray that and you're out on a date. What does that look like? Okay, so it's ugly to me. I'm serious. It's getting real ugly to me with this strong independent thing. I'm saying women. I'm a feminine person. I like lipstick, I like lip gloss and perfume, and but I could still consider myself to have a very firm personality. I don't come into the room raw.
Right.
Oh my God. Guess what? No, we not. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm talking, hey, let me give some shout outs to our viewers because I see some people in the house. Yolanda, hi. It's good to see you. Tania, Sandra, that's Mama Bear. Sherry, James, what's up? Aunt Danielle, my aunt is in the building. Hey, lady. And Anton, that's my number one. He always, I tell everybody, that's my number one fan right there. Hey, how you doing, Anton? But I will say it is ugly to me. And ladies, like I said, this is a no judgment zone. I'm just being honest. I wonder where that comes from for a woman to feel like I hear a lot of women say things like, yeah, I can have sex. Hey Dee Dee, that's my best friend. Gotta give a shout out. But some women come on and they driving these big masculine cars, they wearing Timbs and it's nothing wrong with being a tomboy. But I just wonder oh, what makes this hard exterior come out? You know what I mean? Does that come from a hurt place? Have you been hurt before? And I don't think y'all. I don't care what nobody say. If a woman can go around just hitting dudes off sexually, and she be like no feelings, and y'all know some of my crazy friends that do that are on here now, and I'm gonna tell you, y'all, it's something that need to be healed.
Yes, I agree.
Something is wrong right there.
But I think there are a lot of contributing factors to that. One of them, I would say, would be society. Um, you know, they made it bad for the man or the father to be around in the house. And so a lot of men have left homes, and the single moms have been left to be, quote unquote, dad and mom. And a lot of young girls were raised to or taught, I don't need a man. They hear their mom say, you don't need a man. You don't need a man. We could do this and I could do that. And so maybe that is where that came from, you know?
You think men feel like their place is just kind of on shaky ground now in the household?
I think a lot of women make men feel that way. Absolutely.
Well, Dee Dee said that she feels like, thanks for that comment, she feels like the roles have reversed. You know, and y'all, this is crazy to me because I remember I used to go to a church, right? And in that church, women were basically housewives. Most of the women in that church stayed home. And most of them, the guys, they brought home the bread. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm going to be honest.
Right.
Those marriages were lasting. They were functioning on different levels.
Well, that's probably because they knew the order, the proper order, you know.
So let's talk about this order. Okay. It's about to get good. So when you said order, you said that with conviction. Like, what do you feel like the order in a house should be? And this is just your opinion.
Yeah, this is my opinion. God first. The husband is the leader. The wife follows the husband as the husband follows God. Now, she too should also have her own personal relationship, but she has to understand and be submissive to her husband.
Woo-oo. Uh-oh. You said the word.
I know that's a touchy subject.
What is the word?
Submissive. Now, that don't mean you a sucker, you know.
That word. Oh God! But people agreeing with you here in the text. People, most of the women are agreeing with that. I think it does. And okay, so look, how does that order work? And can that order still work if the woman is making more money than the man?
That shouldn't matter.
Now talk to me. So when we talking about this order, if the money is not what makes the man more powerful,
no.
Because it seems like that's what makes men feel more powerful, their level of being able to provide.
Well, that is now I'm about to step on the toes of the men. That's where your strength come from, men. You cannot base your strength on your finances. That's not where your strength is. A man's strength is not in his finances. It should be in his relationship with his creator and being able to provide. And I don't mean provide financially. I mean providing strength, security, safety. How do you take care of your family outside of the finances? Can I trust you with my heart? Can my kids trust you to be a great leader, a great teacher? Those are the things that I'm talking about in providing.
How important. That's wonderful. So what does it look like? Oh, this is good because oh my goodness. We have so many situations where men cannot handle the woman making more money. And I think it's partially because when you are in a household with a man and you make more money than your man, I'm telling you, all it takes, ladies, is one comment to break it forever. I mean, it will break it forever. Don't you dare bring that money situation up because he's broken.
Yes, already.
Oh my
You should
God.
never throw that in the man's face. You should never. And just as easily as you making it, you cannot be making it. And it just is. Are you woman enough to not mention how much money you make, but still support and push and pray for that man? You still got to do that. It ain't about the money you make either, sis.
I think it comes from a hurt place. I think that women are more likely to say hurtful things when they get mad or don't get their way. When we don't get our way, woo! And then let's kick that strong woman ticket. We got strong women. We have our own money. We're used to being able to dominate what we have and the way things work. And when you get a man that puts you in your place or even just says, no, that's not the way we want to move. We're not going to go out of town this weekend or we're not going to buy that now, but we may do it later. And I think that a lot of times, and I include myself, we as ladies get out of pocket with our vocals. And I have learned once it's said to a man, don't you say this is my house.
Right.
Don't you say, well, I'm the one giving up most money anyway. Now you can talk about what you bringing. And we can remind him that we're both putting in here.
That's right.
Yeah.
We both contributed. That's right.
We both contributed here, but it's very important not to break that man down. Absolutely. Because he will never ever forget it.
Absolutely.
So, what do you think, men? Men, we want to hear from you too. What do you think that men think about a woman that comes to the table bragging? Okay, we on a first date. We getting to know each other. We dating, and it's time for us to start talking about the money. Hold up, let me see. I'm sorry, y'all, I got to get on here. So James said, you make it together. Today I might be up, but next year you might be up, and the roles may change. So
right.
You never know who's going to be the breadwinner.
Exactly.
Relationships, especially over an extended period of time, that's a great point. Things may change, and I think that it's important. I have seen relationships start to fall off because they couldn't function not being a breadwinner.
Exactly.
So if your control is lying in the money situation, that's not good.
You ain't strong as you think you are.
Okay, and so Anton said it absolutely can work. He said Nancy Pelosi is the most powerful woman in the world. She is married and she respects and loves her husband. He said he's never heard her call herself the boss or yell and cuss.
Exactly.
It's something so beautiful and graceful about this lady. Ladies, let me tell you something. The way you say, the way you speak, the way you move. Oh my goodness.
Stroke his ego. Use your words.
Hey, baby.
Don't be derogatory.
I mean, it's just the way you say things. It don't even matter if you telling him off softly. I am working on it. I am working on that. Baby, I did not like the way you did that. And I mean, you still looking good. He's like, damn it, when she mad, I still love her. Yeah. That's the goal.
That's right.
And it's just one of them things. I think that men, you sitting down with a man, y'all getting to know each other. And I know a lot of women, and I had to grow in that area. In my early 20s, Oh my goodness.
yes.
You ever, hey, guys, I don't know how y'all went or if y'all married or if y'all ever got to date, but have you ever looked? I used to get in the car with the guys, and girl, I have on rap that was harder than them. I'm listening to Ghetto Boys. I'm talking about Bobbin. Yeah, I love Ghetto Boys, but you know what I mean? It's just a way to move it. It's nothing wrong with listening to that, but it's just the way we do it. So I got away from it. So we sitting with a guy. We getting to know this man. And, you know, we bragging. He's looking to get to know us and what he can get from us. Yeah, how we going to be a benefit to his life and how he can benefit us. And all we talking about is, yeah, I'm an attorney. I love to. I have this side business. And, you know, most men I talk to are looking like, so when are you going to have time to...
Too busy.
When you gonna have time for me?
I agree.
You see what I mean? So I think that those things can come later. Those kind of details. I feel like women don't do enough listening.
I agree, but I also feel like in being single, women do more things to occupy their time. So you're not being so needy. You know what I mean? Of the attention of the man. For me, I have a full-time job, a part-time job, and I volunteer for an organization. But that's to keep me occupied and busy, so I'm not always feeling so lonely. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So that's probably why they do that. But at the same time, when you're getting to know a man, you don't want to inundate him with the. You don't want to inundate him with all of that personal business of your life. Not off the first date.
Yeah, how it's a mystery. I think that no matter what, I mean, I find that everybody needs some kind of freedom. In a relationship, give me some freedom. It is so exhausting. I don't have the time to sit here and say, yeah, at 3 o'clock I was at the store. I was at today. I can't. I might forget to tell you that I'm going to Macy's to get refresh my mind.
Right.
But the point is, you know, let me still have some kind of mystery.
Absolutely.
You know, sometimes you might come in the house and you got your hair did, and he be like, "When did you have time for that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I slid out today. I got off half a day."
And that's like going back to Lizzo. Leave some mystery. You don't have to show everything.
You don't.
Yeah.
And like I said, with this strong woman thing, I cannot. It's just so unattractive when women have this really hard exterior on. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. It is rough. It just, oh.
But it could be how they were raised too. Some women were probably raised by dad.
Your girl is on the line, Kena.
That's my mom.
Oh, hello, mom. Thanks for watching, but she is definitely your cheerleader tonight, and she's like mystery. Yes, have some mystery as a lady, but still be who you are.
Absolutely,
respect.
That's where I get it from.
Hello,
my mom is 1,000% genuine in who she is, and I glean from her in that.
That's wonderful.
And all of the women in my family, I was raised by strong women. Another woman told me before. She told me, she was like, Tiffany, all the women in your family are just too strong. And I was baffled by her saying that, but at the same time, I took pride in that. The women in my family are strong. I have cousins, and I don't have any sisters, but all of my cousins were all strong, independent women. However, we also know our softness, and we embrace that. You can be soft and firm at the same time.
Yeah, the question is how. How do we do that? And I have noticed, I have to say, to a lot of strong, independent women, have you ever seen that? Strong, independent women, and we find that the majority of them are not married.
Yeah, because
it is a lot of strong, independent women that are not married. And it's like, we got to look at that.
Yeah.
It's something, we got to know how to turn that thing off. Who I am at the office is not who I am when I get home.
Agreed.
Because when I run through these salons, I got to go hard some days. You know, I'm dealing. But You got to know how to turn that off. And some women don't even think that it's a problem.
Right. I agree.
And oh, who am I to say that it is?
Right. Some
But
women don't think it's a problem. Some women like their being strong or their hard exterior. They like not being vulnerable. They like not being able to be broken. They like that strength of not being able to be hurt, I think.
but this is my thing. Why is it that a lot of the women that I see that have it going on, they have money, good looking, and they prefer the dogs.
Mm. Mm.
I mean, I see a lot of that.
Probably because
A lot of strong women that I see that get a guy that can deal with it, they don't want him. What is that all about? I mean, that's just interesting to me. He too,
he's too clingy.
he too clingy. He always want to be up under me. But you want roof. You want little roof. Scooby. You want little roof. And you know what? Now we about to get into the psychological portion of it because we want this to help somebody.
Absolutely.
The psychological root of that, to me, has a lot to do with a hurt. A lot of times it can be, I'm not gonna get hurt again. But you're with the person that is guaranteed to hurt you.
But she don't care. That's why she still got that hard shell.
I think though it has to do with when we always go back to that the parentals, or what you dealt with in childhood. And if in childhood, like let's say you always wanted to be around your mom, and your mom always had to work, she never had time whatsoever for you, so you wanted that. That's how your love language was established. So you might be likely to date somebody that you always find yourself having to reach for, but you can't get.
Ooh,
Tell me
heavy,
about
girl.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know, ladies, and I'm transparent about it. I know because I was her. I'm telling you, the only way I know that is because I was her. I wanted. It wasn't that I wanted it. It was my emotions like this.
So how did you grow from that?
How did I grow from that? I had to start going. That's a good question. Come on here. But I had to start going against myself, ladies. I literally had to take note that emotional decisions are not the best decisions.
Yes, indeed.
And even when I was choosing good things for myself, it felt weird. But I had to go through that road. I said, this does not feel right. But I thought with my mind, I knew better.
Right.
I said, this is right. And once I could, diagnose the issue, I said, this is not what you used to. So, you got 30 years of dysfunction. So if we coming over here and you trying to function correctly and in a healthy manner, this is new ground. And you know how they always say growth is going to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
Y'all, we got to get uncomfortable.
Yes, that's right.
He not going to, and if you've been choosing these mates and you've been dealing with a certain kind of lady or guy and it's not working for you, I mean, it's no might. We need to try something new.
Try something new. Give yourself permission to be uncomfortable. I learned that.
Yeah. I have dated guys that it was very uncomfortable to me. I got to that point. But I knew that what I was sexually attracted to, that wasn't working for me anymore. I mean, I just said, Ro, you got to be wise here. And it was so crazy because at first I'd be like, oh, he's boring. I'd be like, oh God. It was really, you asked a paramount question. How do you get there? You got to deal with yourself.
Yeah.
And I started asking myself, like because I used to, if I'm not in a committed relationship, I'm probably dating more than one guy. And, I would just be like, why are you more attracted to this man that's not even consistent?
Right.
I was naturally attracted to that. If he called me for dinner and didn't show, all of a sudden, y'all had this great date. And then he's not consistent anymore. And now, you feeling is that cling. You feeling for that cling. And see, that was going back to with my mom. That went back to my childhood, how my brain was my mom would come, we would have a great time, and I didn't know when I was gonna see her again.
Wow.
So I would be reaching for her. Every time I saw her, I'd be scared for her to walk through the door because I didn't know when she was coming back. And I noticed that was the issue with the men I was dating. You know, if he wasn't consistent, it was what I was wired to deal with. Even I didn't know why that felt good to me. I'm like, why do you want that? So I tell you guys, you know, if anybody is gleaning from this, I'm gonna use Tiffany's word. You know, the first thing I had to do was realize that it wasn't my fault I felt that way. So you got to show yourself some compassion.
Yes.
It's not my fault that this has happened, but it is my fault if I leave it this way.
That's right. Amen.
Now, it's my fault if I leave it. So you start to realize what the issue is and do that self-work, and it's uncomfortable.
Yes.
You find yourself having to lean towards the people that you might not feel the most attractive to initially. And love grows.
Yes.
Love can establish and love can grow.
Yes, it can.
So that's just that. So looking back over your life, Tiffany, because we want to get into your story.
Okay.
Do you ever look back at your younger self and see where you might have lost guys because of how assertive you were, or missed out or turned a guy off because of how strong you were?
Not in my younger years, no. Definitely, I hear that more now, though. A guy was recently, we used to work together, and this was some years ago, but he's like, Ginger B, that's my nickname. Ginger B, you too strong. You too aggressive. And I was like, me? I'm not aggressive, but apparently he wasn't masculine enough for me. You know, he was, and I knew that from when we worked together. He was not aggressive enough for me. So I wouldn't say in my younger years I missed out. I wouldn't even say now. I pretty much
Before we wanted to hear this, though, I wish he was on the show. But when a man says that you're aggressive, he's saying that for a reason. You know, what do you think made him say that about you?
Probably because I'm so very outspoken. I'm very outspoken.
Oh, give me some examples. I want to know.
Oh my goodness.
Give me an example. So if you're with a guy, what is an example of you being outspoken?
Okay.
Oh yeah, we about to get into your business now.
I was going on a date with this guy, and he just was not dressed appropriately. Not for me.
Uh-oh.
Not for us going out.
What did he have on?
Oh God.
Oh God.
He had on some, I'm gonna say they was Sperry's boat shoes. That's the stuff. He had some like dingy, ashy, stonewashed jeans that was cut up to his thighs. He had on a Washington Nationals pullover shirt and not a baseball cap, but he had like a fishing hat on.
The bucket hat.
Yes, a bucket hat.
Bucket hats can be cute.
Not with everything he had going on. He had too much going on. So I was like, "Is this what you wearing?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like,
You asked him that?
"Yes."
Before y'all
went anywhere.
Oh my
But
God.
sis, listen, I offered. I was like, I'm really not digging that. Let's hit the store.
No, you didn't.
I offered.
Tiffany.
I was gonna change it. Let me get you a shirt.
See,
and
a
cap
ladies,
or something.
Here we are. Okay, first of all, now you know my sis, but we about to go at it.
Okay.
First of all, when we on a first date, we don't buy nothing.
I hear you.
We can't. Sis.
I was trying to do something different.
You gotta duke that out.
Change the narrative.
Cause see, listen. Now what I had, all right, and I respect that, but I will say this: what I have learned is character. We can't change, ladies. Mm-hmm. We can't make no adjustments there. Mm-hmm. If he trifling, he trifling. Mm-hmm. But clothing,
we can change.
We can work on that.
I was taking him to the store.
Oh my God!
I offered. I was like, let's get you a shirt or some sneakers or something.
But see, from the man point of view, he probably was like, she trying to change. This too much.
My daughters definitely was like, Mom, no, you didn't tell that man he was dressed right.
Yeah, on a first date.
Listen,
bro. Oh,
He was going
Tiffany.
out. He looked like we was about. I don't know what it looked like. He was going
So
to do,
question,
but,
question. In hindsight, do you feel like you would move differently going forward?
No, I'm still gonna be. If I hurt him or if I offended him, I apologize. I didn't mean to, but I'm gonna be
You done took that
outspoken.
man down to the bottom of his life.
I'm sorry, that wasn't my intent, but I wasn't happy with what I saw, and I was willing to change
All right,
it.
well, let's talk about this. Let's get into this. So, do you think that it could have been a better way that you did that?
I don't know how.
Yeah.
I go
And
over
this,
this scenario
ladies,
all
this
the
is what
time.
the show is about. This why we here. Ladies, even though we strong and we independent, we gotta grow in these
Yes,
areas,
I agree.
and we gotta seek it out. We gotta talk to each other about that, because what if you went out with this guy, he got him a bucket hat and these boat shoes? We could have fixed that up, but what if his character was on? What if we miss? Because what if he a Bama, but he on? He a one woman man. Ladies, can we deal with a Bama? That some ladies can't. Like, look at Marjorie and Steve.
Mhm.
Marjorie told Steve Harvey off the bat. She said, look, if this gonna work, she gave it a little time, but she said, look, Steve ain't never been so fly.
Mhm.
But it took time. Over time, Marjorie was being herself. I think, all right, I will say this, because you fly. Period. So, we looking for solutions here.
Right.
If we going out to get to know a guy and we feel like his dress level is not up to par, for me, I'm gonna give it all I got every time. Every time we go out, I'm gonna nail it
Right.
to the point where he either says, I need to step my game up, or he start asking for help in that area. But I have found that a lot of women don't get to the good part, or a lot of guys don't get to the good part in a relationship or get to know somebody because of what we can't control initially.
Mhm.
That might be something you take note of. Okay, this our first date, but damn, you done tore the man down to the
I
ground.
wasn't trying. That wasn't my intention. I saw a problem. I presented a solution. He didn't want to. So
They are so Chanel is so funny. She said, y'all could have just got some to go.
I ain't think about that.
And went to the park.
See, good idea. I didn't have a solution.
But it's an option.
Mhm.
So that's something we learned tonight. In our first date, let's be mindful of getting to know the person. What I would like to know, was he respectful?
He was respectful, yes.
Was he good
He was
looking?
nice. He was alright. He was out. He was something different from me. He is somebody that I would not have usually gone for.
Okay.
He was different, very different, and I tried. And when he wasn't willing to take my offer,
Yeah, how was he? Oh my God. How was he supposed to respond to that though? Because you gotta think, what if he was real nervous about getting dressed and he put this outfit on? Y'all go out, and then you like, look, not only am I gonna let you know the outfit is horrible, but I'm gonna buy you. I'm offering to buy you something.
what's wrong with that?
What if he's trying to impress you, and you like, that is strong. That's aggressive. Damn it, that's aggressive. Not only do I want you to change your outfit, but I'm gonna buy it. And for us to be on a first date,
Could have picked it out.
no, he gotta take care of these first. You see what I'm saying though?
Mhm.
We got to have some fallback game, and I think that I have seen women go on first dates, and they got the money or they well off or whatever, and they have a couple of libations,
Mhm.
and the next thing you know, they put money on the table. I know, boy, I got that because we emotional. We trying to fix the problem, but you do know that men want to fix the problem.
Right. Mhm.
Men want to fix the problem.
So let me ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
Because you was like, we ain't supposed to pay for nothing. We outside of the box. So it's wrong in these days and times for a female to pay on the first day.
Yes. For me, paying on the first date is an absolute no-no. And I'm going to tell you why. A lot of times, your mom said, what if he did that to you? We're going to come back to that.
Okay.
But I will say this. The reason is not that I feel like we can't pay for things. Like mine, what time it is.
Mhm.
If I want to pull a boss move, I'm going to pull a boss move.
Mm-hmm.
But that's after you love me.
Mm-hmm.
That's after I have your commitment. We are for me.
Right.
For a woman to make that kind of investment, a man has to make an emotional investment into me. We got to be clear here before I'm pulling out ducking. And the reason why is because when men are taking you out, he is seeing who you are and what you're going to be in his life. Are you going to be a side piece? Is he going to hit you from time to time? Potential wife? What is it? What are you? And I know that I have seen women conduct themselves in that kind of manner on the first date, and the first thing he thinking is she paid for all these dudes stuff. See, that's how men think. We out on this first date. He coming to show you a good time. He's excited. He's trying. You should be trying to impress me. So if you don't have a lot of money, then we got to hit Applebee's. You got to take me wherever you can provide.
Exactly.
And guess what? I am the type of woman where I can roll with that. I'm not going to be a be-all and be like, nah, I want to go downtown.
Exactly.
I want to hit this, or I want to go, Capitol Grill, whatever, Oceanit. That's not my requirement. And the truth is, when you first start dating somebody, men might be leery about spending that kind of money on you anyway.
Exactly.
Now if men got it to spend, I dated guys that just got it to spend, so you get $400 just off the bat. But like I said, you decline your value in a man's eyes by not knowing how to receive what he's bringing to you. I'm the gift tonight.
Hey, I love that. But does a man not devalue himself?
Talk about it.
Does a man not devalue himself? And hey, I just had it, but I missed it. With what you was just saying, like we devalue ourselves.
We devalue ourselves. When we don't feel like we can receive what's being
So
given.
does a man devalue himself when he can't receive what's being given?
Yes, when it's monetary.
Okay.
I mean, no, not when it's monetary. Like you see, men and women are from two different planets. So it can probably be a threat. And it does. It makes us look like we not worth it. I don't care if I took your last $5 on our first date. I don't give a damn.
That is selfish.
No, it's not. It's me knowing my worth. You shouldn't have came your ass out.
You shouldn't have came out.
You shouldn't have came out. He should have left the bow shoes. You did not get past these bow shoes. But I mean, I'm being so sincere about that. I think that, men to a degree, you should be trying to impress me on our first date or whatever lady you out with. And if you can't handle that first date, I mean, you should know in your mind that that's what we coming out here to do. You ask me out, that means you're trying to get to know me. You're trying to impress me. When I go out with a man, I want to see what you gonna bring to my life. What do you have to contribute to my life?
Impress me.
Yeah, and like I said, to impress me doesn't matter how much you spend.
Right.
It's that you know how to work the pockets that you have.
All right. So if he pulled out a Groupon,
I'm with that.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, he know how to save.
That's right. Budget. Okay.
Budget. And a lot of people that pull those Groupons out are the wealthiest people. I remember I had a lady that brought a Groupon into my shop one day when I was building the business. And she came in, and I will never forget it. She kept asking me about the ingredients on the shampoo bottle. And I was like, why? I had a long day, and this $20 Groupon really good. And her head was full. Let me say that. But I remember I said, you're not even going to know what that is. I said that to her. And do you know that lady was a scientist? You see what I'm saying? So I said all that to say, you never know what you sit with.
Right.
Some of the men that I dated that had the most money dressed like that dude. They wore them dumb boat shoes and yeah. Ain't have it.
No. And not that I'm not stuck on money. Money is not a big thing for me.
Oh my God. So money. Hold up. Your mom said something. You have certain standards in the beginning, regardless, whether you admit it or not. The fact that you even agreed to go out with him means he passed certain tests.
Yes, he did.
Right. If we even say yes to the date, we see something.
Yes, conversation was good. Conversation was consistent. But I did not like what I saw, and I was willing to change it. And I feel like he should have been man enough to accept that.
Well, then that's your type of guy, because you got to be you.
You gotta be a strong man. For sure.
But I will say, as ladies, I don't think a lot of us had training on it is y'all, it's a facade to this thing. How we handle men, it's a facade, it's a finesse to this thing.
It's definitely
it is, it's a finesse.
I'm missing it, obviously.
No, it doesn't mean you missing it. I think that you at a point where you growing, and so am I. And I am the type of woman in this day. I'm quick to stand corrected. If something doesn't, I at least take a look at it. You know what I mean? If somebody say something, like if a guy says something to me, I'll at least take a look at it. It don't always mean that I'm gonna result in a change in that area, but it's worth looking at.
Absolutely.
That's the point. Agree. And like I said, you know, you just think about what a man's view of a lady is. And every relationship that I saw that functioned in a healthy way, that man loved that woman. And he'd do anything for her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he would work his hands to the bone. Yes. He would give his legs. And whatever she put on that plate, it'd be all right.
Shout out to my dad. Mom and dad celebrating 40 years married in September.
Oh, wow. Yes. I'm not even 40 years old. You see what I'm saying? That's a long time to be married to somebody. They done been through a lot of ups.
And that's also where my standards come from. Like, back when I was younger, we was young. I didn't care. But now that I'm older, like, you have to be a stand-up man. Your character, your integrity, all of that speaks for who you are as a man. I don't care about your money. I got my own. Like, yeah. So what else can you bring?
So let's talk about this. What is it that you feel like you need in your relationship? Since that, you know, some women, I noticed that too. A lot of, now, we about to get on the men. Now, a lot of women that have money require time. We require different things. You can't, you know, if you notice when men date women that don't have a lot of money, they can kind of maneuver differently. You might just break her off with some cash here and there, and you can see her sporadically. Now, a woman that has her own, that knows what she wants, she can require more. You know, and a lot of times men are so used to giving the financial piece that they never emotionally have to invest.
Right.
So are you saying that that's what you're looking for in a guy more than anything? You want the emotional investment.
Emotional, absolutely. The emotional tie, yes. But definitely have to be able to give time too. Like, I need that. One of my love languages is quality time. I have to have the quality time. Know your love languages, people. But quality time is definitely one of my love languages. And it's probably because it's just so much in that quiet quality time. You know, it's so much building that's done in that quality time. So, yeah, that would be important.
So, okay, now this is where the rubber hits the road. So, you guys are in a good relationship. You know, you got this guy. What if he needs less quality time than you do? Does that mean that's a deal breaker? Or does that mean that's something that you guys have to work on?
If he is the man for me, that's something that we can work on. We're going to have to figure some things out.
You know, I'm convinced, though, there is no fairy tale. There is no man for me, she was made for me. I just don't believe that. I believe that you got two people that decide
to work.
To work.
Do the work.
Yep. We decide giving up is not an option. So here, we're going to have to put in the work. And it's going to be different love languages there. Like, sometimes you get two people in a relationship where this person needs more space than the other one. And that can start to make one person feel like they're less loved. And in reality, like, you got people with avoiding personalities, and you got people that clutch. And it's not that anybody chooses, it's just the way you are. So that's a need that you have. That's what you want. And when you got somebody that feels more loved by being separate,
that's not for me.
Yep, that's gonna be rough.
That's not for me. But I think that also communication is a key factor in that too. Like, y'all have to be able to have those difficult conversations. You have to. So.
And then they don't have to be difficult conversations. That's the thing.
Uncomfortable.
They are, but you know what? When you are with somebody, I think that it should be a safe space for you to be able to say what you need and what you're not getting.
I agree.
I'm serious.
But sometimes for some people, it can be uncomfortable though to have those conversations. I'm just saying, it's difficult just to have the conversation.
You're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right about that. we're dating. I already got my outfit.
Yes.
I got my outfit laid out. Because I know for a fact
We go hanging
that
out.
we hanging out.
Yeah.
So look, his mind is somewhere else. He excited about playing the video game. He ain't even thought about us going out because we haven't signed a seal or anything. I'm expecting him to just know that.
Exactly.
Haven't mentioned it, nothing.
Right.
I'm at home like, oh no, he didn't. And when he texts me talking about how was your day, it's 9:30 at night. I'm like, nigga, please.
Right.
And he like, huh?
Conversation. You have to communicate.
You see what I'm saying? Instead of me saying if we both off on the same nights, I'm expecting us to go out and do something. And if we're not going to do something, I'm expecting us to be together.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? So those are the things where I'm like, it takes time, and you got to be able to work through those things. It's a pain in the ass, though. It is. It's a pain. And, you know, your feelings can be hurt. And women especially, we get real mad in that particular scenario I just said. But, you know, he's sitting there dumbfounded.
Right. Because we assume.
We assume.
Yes. I do a lot.
Yep. And, like, we have a guy, Anton said his love language is silence. He likes to be quiet. You see what I'm saying? Like, when he with his family and his kids and things like that, he likes to just be quiet.
Is Anton single? Are you single?
Anton,
I'm just curious to know.
ladies
Like,
want to know.
are you? How do you deal with a woman in your silence? I would like to know that.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting. You think it would be difficult to deal with that?
Yeah. With speaking for me, yes, because I want to talk.
Yeah.
Like I need to know what's going on. Why you quiet?
And listen though, and this is where the compromise comes in. It's a time to talk, and then it's a time to be quiet.
Let me know though. Babe, give me an hour. I need some quiet.
But
time.
that's uncomfortable.
Let me know though.
Isn't that uncomfortable though?
It is uncomfortable because why? What's on your mind? What are you going to talk about?
What if his work requires energy and a lot of talking? What if silence is sexy to him?
Well, tell me that.
That's what I'm saying. So he just said it. So and ladies, what does that look like? When your man says my love language, one of my love languages is silence. You know, so that means that you take heed to that. So of course he'll probably take the time to talk to you sometimes. But sometimes we gotta be quiet and get that man a little bit of silence. And guess what? When we can learn to do those things, he wants us around more. If we can sit in the same room and in the same house, and you can give me what I need, and all I'm requiring is silence sometimes, we can be together. We can function like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you still have to have a conversation. Like, let me know. I need this quiet time. Don't just get quiet on me and leave me wondering. That's all I'm saying.
Monique, thank you for your comment. Monique said my best friend's husband is like that. When we vacation, he is good letting us do everything, and he is in a beach chair sleep because his job had him running all week. So you know he like do y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do no whole bunch of talking. I'm just trying to chill. Now I do understand. Sometimes we gotta talk.
Right.
Sometimes we gotta communicate, but not all the time. And if I know that your love, and we can even take that and work that. If I know your love language is silence, and I need a little attention, I might come in looking damn good.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Let's work that. Since we silent, let's work it. And I find that if you can conform to that sometimes, ladies, you get more than you would ask for.
That's kind of like something my mom would say.
Because what's happening is men want to feel drawn. It's like your silence is a magnet. Most OG women in the game will tell you that. Your silence is a magnet. He like, she ain't talking. Everything all right over there? You know, he might like it, but what happens is you give him a chance to be attracted to you. That's what he's attracted to. The silent one. You stick to the side. Whatever. But y'all, I can't believe it. You know, we are at 7:57. That hour flew by.
Always.
But I enjoyed the love language portion. I think you really sparked something. with that tonight. And with the strong, independent woman thing, ladies, even though we're strong, and we're independent, let's agree to be flexible and agree to grow. When we have, and I'm telling you from experience, when you have people that are saying, bro, you super strong to be a lady, it doesn't mean it's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But it's nothing wrong with us taking a look at it.
Right.
And just trying to soften some things in the way we might handle our guys. And like tonight, I see that the love language from men is silence. Sometimes we gotta learn how to just hold on to it. You know what I mean? Our men are not our girlfriends.
Right.
They're not equipped. I don't even think they can sit there and just handle all of the talk that we can talk. Because man, we could go to dinner and we could talk it up. You know what I'm saying? So just taking heed to the fact that he even can say, sometimes I want to be silent, and us not being upset about that,
Right.
and giving him space. As soon as he come in the house, you ain't gotta. Ladies come in the house with my sisters and my girlfriends, and I'm like, girl, guess what time we did at the shop today? No, she didn't, girl. We want it, but men need to recharge.
Yeah.
As soon as they come in, it's like their makeup.
Yeah.
They just can't.
Yeah, because they get beat up by the world all day.
Yeah, it's just a lot. But I want to thank you guys for coming and sitting with us this evening. Tiffany, I cannot express how much it's always good to have conversation with you. I mean, I love this girl. Even, not just on this show. Anybody that knows Tiffany knows she's just a blessing. I mean, we actually go to the same church, and I'm telling you, we used to see each other in passing. And I'm telling you, I can't count the days that your assertiveness blessed my life. So I just want to say, I hope that you never lose that assertiveness that you have, because it serves its purpose. But ladies, like I said, we agree today. Our takeaway today is, even though we have strong personalities and we may have our own money, we may even be the breadwinners. Let's be mindful of our mouth.
Yes.
Let's be mindful of our delivery.
Yes.
And we about to go into overtime. But another thing that I've been really dealing with lately is being mindful of our response.
Yes.
Let's take time to think about how we respond, because we don't feel like we like the way something has gone down. Because it's a lot of times where guys don't even understand what has bothered us. We coming in with an attitude, and instead of us taking a step back and asking questions, babe, did you think about, did you realize that we haven't gone out in 2 weeks? Did you? Because a lot of times they haven't.
Right.
And we may expect them to know these things, but unfortunately, it just doesn't happen overnight.
That's right.
These are things we growing and we learning. But you guys have a safe night and be safe out
Good
here.
night, everybody.
Girl, it was good. It was good.
That was good.
That was